Hello. Hey Hardik, welcome to Concept and Coding. And for this mock, as you know, I would be recording this and uploading on YouTube. So I hope you don't have any concern.
No issues, no
Cool,
issues.
man. Thanks. Okay. So there it would be 40 round interview, one DSA question, right? So
Okay.
let's start it. So it's 7 or 10. So let me tell you a question. If you can write a question in any screen and all, it
Yeah,
would
I'm
be good.
sharing my screen just
Okay.
okay.
So Hardik, the question is, you have to find. So let's say you are the input is given as, let's say, 1 2.
Okay.
Okay. It's a string without any space. Let's say you are given a string 1 to 12. Let's say the string equals to 12. Huh. So now, and also you have so each number is represented as, like, A is equals to 1, B is equals to 2, and similarly
Okay.
Z is equivalent to 26,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Okay.
So yeah, and Z is equivalent to 26. So you have to find out the number of ways this string can be decoded, right?
Okay.
So let's say, what would be the output of this one? So output of this one would be 2. Why? The first way you can decode is as small a and small b, because 1 can be translated to small a, 2 can be translated to small b. So this
Okay.
is one way. Another way is 12. 12 can be translated to
Mm,
L,
L.
right?
Okay.
So that is
Okay.
another way. So there is only two way to decode this
Hmm.
string, right?
Okay.
So your output should be, what is the number of ways a string
Hmm.
can be decoded.
Okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so
Got it.
that's the question. And yes, you can go ahead if you have any doubt or you want to clarify. Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. Just okay. So the given input is a string,
Mm-hmm.
or it will be containing like numbers from 0 to 9 and
1 to 9.
okay.
Okay,
So
yeah,
basic.
yeah, a string can also contain 0 to 9. Yeah, you are right.
Yeah, so basically string can contain 0 to 9, but I guess the first letter won't be 0 anytime. The first index in the element at index 0 won't be 0 because there is no possibility of having 0 in the first index
Correct.
because 0 will exist only in the case of 10 and 20.
Correct, correct, right.
Yeah, so this is one possibility. And let's say I am taking one or two or more sample inputs.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, so let's say a given string is 1 2 2 3. Okay, let's say 1 to 2. Okay, so possibilities are we can consider one only, so it will become a.
Yeah,
And let's
let
say
it be anything. Let's say you don't have to just count and come up with an, just so that just to be faster. Let's say 12
yeah,
become m. Just consider that anything,
yeah,
so
yeah,
that we
got
don't
it.
have to count.
Yeah,
Okay.
so one possibility is I am taking single digits. Okay,
Okay. A B
so
B. Yeah,
A,
that
B,
is one
B.
possible.
And let's say I am taking A, and then let's say 22 is
Something.
X something.
Yeah. Something. Yeah.
Yeah, X. So this is one possibility. And another case can be I'm taking 12, let's say it is N, and 2, that is B. Yeah. So the possible output for this should be 3, I guess only.
Okay.
Mm, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
3 should be the output for this one. Okay.
And you told that starting 0 is not allowed. What can 0 be used in the mid, right?
Yeah, 0 can be used in mid. Yeah. So I will be thinking of that test cases also. So test case 2 can be, let's say, I am taking 0 in between. Let's say 1, 2, 0,
or let's say 102. Let's take little bit simple, 102.
1, 0, 2. Okay, yeah.
Hmm.
So let's say where there is 0, okay, to like for making this 0 as safe, we have to take one previous digit for sure.
Correct.
So let's say 1, 0 we have to mandatorily take. Let's say 1, 0 is L, L or something, and the remaining one will be 2. So there is only one possibility of this.
Correct.
Only in one way we can decode this.
Yes.
Okay.
So means any point you will get 0 in mid, you have to take only
Yeah.
this previous one, not the next one.
Yeah, not the next one. Okay, yeah. Like,
No, but here in the case also, let's say, what if it is 302?
okay, let me think of that also.
So here, can you take a previous one?
Yeah, let me think. So the possible case is 302. Sorry, 302. In this case, yeah, so we can't take the previous digit, and even we can't take the ahead digit as mentioned by you. So what should be the let's so we shall give -1 or 0 so for this type of test case
Yes.
because it is not
Zero ways to
possible to
decode it.
decode.
Zero ways to decode it. So we should return generally zero in this case.
Okay, got it. Yeah. So the 0 is the only tricky part I am able to find now. Let me think of anything else. Let's say, yeah. So if let's say is 4, let's say this is 3, 3, 2.
Hmm.
Okay. So uh, for considering any two digit number, the first digit should be either 1 or 2 only because our range is from 1 to 26 only.
Correct, correct. Either 1 or
So in
26,
yeah,
1 or 2.
yeah, first digit should be either 1 or 2.
Okay.
In case of element greater than 2, we should only consider one digit for the decoding part. So in this case, like 3, so we are mandatorily we have to take this as C only in every case, and in the second position at index 1 there is 3 again, so we will be taking C again, and for the last remaining one it will be B. So there is only one way to decode this one.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
So
Yeah, looks good.
I guess these are the possible test cases. So the approach that is coming to my mind is like we can use recursion to solve this problem. Like let's say if currently I am at any particular index, okay. So let's say I am at index 0, okay.
Hmm.
So either I can take one digit or I can take two digits, okay.
Correct.
So in this case, but while doing any operation, I will be checking about the next digit. Let's say I am standing at index 0, and I will be also checking at index 1.
Hmm.
Is there 0 over there? So if there is 0, then I have to consider the whole 10 as my while decoding.
No, no, I didn't get it. So let's say you have at index 0,
Yeah,
then you will check with index 0 plus 1, like whatever the index, you will check
yeah,
it's plus 1, and if it is 0, you will
yeah.
consider it.
Yeah, means I won't, let's say I am at index 0. So I will check for index 1.
Hmm.
There is 0. So I can't take the 1 as single, like I can't use A over there. I can't
Oh,
decode it to A. The first
correct, correct, correct,
one, I
correct.
can't decode it to A. It is
Got it.
mandatory to be the digit that is at 10,
Correct, correct.
the
Right.
alphabet that is at 10.
Hmm.
So shall I write my approach? Uh, Can I code?
You
So
can
I can.
code, but I'm thinking like if you have this approach, let's say,
Hmm.
uh, no, I'm just thinking like, do you really need to check for 0? With if you are currently at index I, do you
Okay.
specifically need to check I plus 1 whether I plus 1 is 0 or not?
Yeah, I guess it is mandatory
If
because
you are doing
let's
a
say,
recursion, shouldn't it be properly handled automatically?
mm,
So how recursion you are going to, let's discuss on the recursion part. What is your
okay,
recursion strategy, let's say first?
let's say
So write let's say 1 2 1, or let's say 102 itself. Let's write 102.
0
uh,
2. Okay.
yeah, let's
So
can you explain me
yeah,
your recursion strategy, like, okay, as
so
first recursion what?
102, and I will be maintaining one index variable. So index variable is 0
Okay,
currently.
okay.
Okay. So when I will be at the first zeroth index,
Hmm.
and I will check for the first index also over there.
Okay.
Okay. If it is 0, then I will be considering this one also. For 10, the entire 10 I will be considering, and I will be making the recursion call to 102 is my string, and I will be directly going to index 2.
Okay, so you are incrementing it two times. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. And if it is, let's say, 1 to 2, then you would be, what would be the strategy then? Let's say if
Yeah,
it is 1 to 2.
just yeah, just explaining. So let's say 1 2 2, and currently my index is 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so there are two possibilities. Either I will be considering only the one, so it will be 1 2 2, comma first index, and I will be also considering two digits,
Mm.
1 2, that is 12.
Okay,
So 1 2 2, comma 2.
correct.
Yeah.
What is the time complexity of this one,
So let me think of the time complexity
and also
also.
the space complexity?
Yeah, just thinking. 1 2 2 is, let's say, my string. So I would think for, let's say, n is my size. Okay. So if n is size in one particular operation, either I will be going to only one. So just a second. Yeah. So according to me, the time complexity will be big O of n only.
How come?
Let me explain. So let's say if I am at any particular index, so either I will be going one step uh, ahead, or I will be going two-step ahead.
Correct,
Similarly for all the possible cases, either I will be going one step or two step. So in
correct.
this way, this I will be iterating over all the index for one or
No,
twice only. Like,
no. You are not iterating index only once. See, what would be the height of your tree? The height of your tree would be, so see, you have two condition, I plus 1 and I
mm,
plus 2, right?
mm,
What would be your the tree height? Worst case it would be O of n, because I
O of
plus 1, I
n.
plus 1, I plus 1, and
Yeah,
at
yeah,
every step you have two possibilities,
yeah,
right? So it's 2 raised to power n. So
yeah.
can you optimize it
So
little bit?
okay.
O of n is not the correct time complexity for the
Yeah, I'm
solution
really
which you have
sorry.
told.
I got confused with this concept of height and time complexity.
Yeah. And what
So
is the
the
space complexity?
space complexity will be of big O of n
Yeah,
due to the recursive stack.
recursive stack. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
So can you
I
make it
have to
little bit
optimize
efficient?
it. Yeah, I guess mm, I can store the answer for the particular state. Let's say uh, again, when I will be making the recursive call from this 1 to 2, what will be happening is 1 2 2, comma 2, second index. I will be calling again.
Correct. So
So
that's what I
these,
wanted to tell you, that earlier you were saying, right? Every index we are going once.
yeah,
So
I'm really
see here
sorry.
you will see now duplicate, right? 1 to 2 comma
Yeah,
2 and this one. So
yeah.
it's a
So
duplicate. So
with
that's why it was 2 raised to power n.
mm, Got it.
And now what you're trying to say, you will store what?
Store the answer for particular state, like
Ah,
from this index to n, how many possibilities are there.
okay. So
So
you
in how
store
many
based
ways?
upon the index, right?
Yeah,
How many
yeah.
possibilities? And now after that, what would be the time complexity?
Now it will be big O of n.
Big O of n. Correct. Cool. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm good with the approach now. Let's can we code for now?
yeah. So shall I use the
No, no. You can write it here in the itself, man. The note.
in this, okay, in
Yeah.
this notepad only?
Yeah. Just
So
write a method which is
okay.
getting an string, and we have to return a yeah integer.
So I will be creating one helper function also. So using which I will be performing the recursion part. Okay. The first base case is like I will first calculating the size. So it will be, let's say I'm okay. I'm choose. So int size is equal to word dot size. Okay. So if my current index is at the end, x is equal to size, then there are no possible ways. So I'll be returning 0 directly.
If
Okay.
index
So
equals to size, return 0.
uh, so yeah, yes. So there will be one base case also, like mm, yeah. So if uh, word at index word at index plus 1, if index plus 1 is less than size, and so it will be written 1, sorry, because whenever I am reaching at the end, I am returning like this is one possible way, I will return 1. Okay, so word at index plus 1 is equal to 0. Okay, and word at index minus 0 is greater than 2. Then in this case, I will be returning 0. So what I am doing is I am checking if my next index is 0 and my current index value is greater than 2. There is either 3, 4, 5 or something. In that case, I will return 0. Okay. Now again, I will write the recursive calls. If index plus 1 is less than size, and word index plus 1 are equal to 0. Okay. In this case, what I have to do is directly call the recursive function return code is inside password comma index plus 2. Yeah. The test case will be like in total ways I'm initializing to 0. Okay, so first call I will make is total ways plus is equal to decode ways. Okay, word comma index plus 1. Okay, the other call will be condition based, like let's say I'm creating a temp value that is equal to word at index minus 0 temp plus word at plus 1. This is the case when index plus 1 is a possibility. Okay. So if this is the value, if temp value is less than equal to 26, in that case what I have to do is total is plus is equal to recursive call that is decode is word comma index plus 2. Yeah. So now what I will be doing is return total base. Okay. And in this function I will be directly taking if word at 0 equal to 0, then directly return 0, else what I have to return is return code is word comma index plus 1. Oh, sorry.
0.
Yeah.
Not equals to -1, return the
Yeah, so like this code is now memorized.
So see, this thing, right? I am little bit concerned for this thing. The way you are checking the 0th index, right, in
Yeah.
mid, that can be improved. I am just saying that instead of above doing index plus 1 and checking for index plus 1
Yeah, got the
equals to
point.
0, what you do
I
check
understood
is
the
like
approach. Like we can keep a
you can,
flag variable.
no,
I thought
you can
I'm
just
taking.
simply do, right, if word of index equals to 0, return 0. There is no way. Now my follow-up question. So here the space complexity is O of n. Can you make it space complexity big of 1? Just up the approach.
Space complexity. If I am at particular index, if I want to calculate the answer for dp at index, so what I need is dp at index plus 1 and dp at index plus 2.
And or plus.
Sum of these.
Sum of
Yeah,
this.
sum of these two. Yeah. So for calculating this, let's say so let's say I'm having two variables. Let's say in variable value 1. So if I'm having the answer for dp at index plus 1 in this, I'm just explaining how I'll be doing. So plus, and variable 2 is holding the answer for dp at index plus 2. So in the next call, what I will do is I will update my variable 2 to variable 1 plus variable 2. Like I will be shifting the value of variable 1 into variable 2, and I will be making, let's say, variable 1, variable 2, equal to variable 1, and I will be later updating the variable 1 with variable 2 plus variable 1. So I will be using a temp variable over here for storing the previous value of.
Cool. So with these two variables,
temp
this can be done and without space
variable.
complexity.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, Hardik. So can we stop the screen sharing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can call me Shrayansh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I have. I'll just provide the feedback, Hardik. So first of all, any feedback for
Yes,
me,
sir.
like anything question was not clear or anything which can be improved for the further one?
No, everything was fine. Like it was a good flow interview.
Sure, thing. So Hardik, so you have already given more before, but I'll tell you the certain good things which you are good at, and this is the edge cases you are trying to find out, right? That's really good. And one thing I like is, let's say even if you know the question, if you have done this question before, I didn't feel like a single second that you already know this. The way you were trying to come up from the brute force to this one, right? It make me feel that you have taken me to the journey of how you solved it. If you have directly come up with an efficient
Yes.
approach without even like, then I can pretty much, even if you solved it, I would give you like not in a your favor, right? So that's what I'll say. Even
Yes, sir.
if anybody know, always take the interviewer to the journey like you are doing it for the first time, and you're thinking out
Got
loud
it.
very well, right? You are thinking out loud very well. You come up with the brute force. You have all, after brute force, you have tell the efficient, you have write the clean coding, the variable names. I am all okay with that. So these are all good points. Like, and always remember this, when we do so many questions, you might find a question which you have already done, but always go like
Yeah.
you are doing for the first time, right? But there are certain things like time complexity part. Always double concentrate on the time complexity, because interviewer takes time complexity more seriously. Companies, there are certain set of companies which do not even like negotiate on the time complexity. If your coding part is good but time complexity part is bad, they do not even negotiate on that
Yeah.
one. It's okay. So right, so time complexity you have to little bit work upon on this recursion and all these things, right? And rest all
Yeah,
are
sure.
good, man. Like yeah, Hardik,
Got it.
thank you for joining, and I'm stopping the recording here.